and get started. It is May 6th, and I'm always excited for our team calls because I love being here to serve you guys and to see your beautiful faces and share and have guests on our call. But tonight you're going to be in for a real treat because I have been personally coaching with PK. He has coached so many of our team members, and I can honestly say I've coached with a lot of people because prior to Isagenix in my last company, I hired several coaches as well, and he is one of my all-time favorite people. Today we were talking on the telephone to prepare for tonight's call, and he ends up coaching me on our call to prepare for you guys tonight. So I love him for his heart. He so desperately wants to see each one of you guys succeed. And I love the way he explains things. And we were chatting today and I said he could be teaching the same thing that I've said to someone over and over and over again, but he might give you an analogy or say it a little bit differently, and that light bulb goes off. So I'm hoping a few light bulbs go off for you guys tonight as PK shares. And PK, if you want to unmute, I just want to thank you so much for being with us tonight.
I am unmuted, and Cindy's introduction was a little way of saying that I can't help myself. I'm always bossy towards people. Did you get that? We were just having an introduction for the call, and all of a sudden I'm saying things to her about her. And it was her nice way of saying I can't help myself but be very bossy and stick my nose in everything.
Well, I love it, and your words were heard, and we're following your advice, buddy.
Good.
All right. So let's get to it. One of the things that PK has really done for me, and many of you guys how many of you guys by raise of hand have been in a coaching group with him or have personally trained with him? Several of you, and I know some of you aren't on camera. I get messages every week from people that coach with PK saying, my favorite is Val Gerber every week. Have I told you lately how much I love PK? But every one of you guys that coach with him get back to me and share with me how much he's helped you. And one of the big things that he teaches and preaches all day long is getting your people paid. So we're going to chat a little bit about that tonight. So PK, I definitely have to ask you to share an analogy you shared with me on the phone today, because I think everyone will remember it. But let's just start with why are you so passionate about teaching people to eat for free and get free shakes, as you always say?
I love that it's a language that Isagenix Corporate is adopting a little bit more too. You'll notice with the latest promotion about launch parties, how if someone enrolls at a launch party, then registers their own launch party at that party within 2 weeks, they get free shakes. They get free product just for hosting the party, just for trying. And it's that realization that out the gate, we must recognize that everyone is, as they should be, focused on their product experience. Not yet a business, not even money yet. They're trying to change their health. So what should we do for them? Find a way that it becomes less expensive, or best, completely free, that they don't have to pay for this product transformation. Keeping the main subject that main subject. And so now with this new introduction, there are 4 ways for people to get a free shake. And I believe the day that you enroll someone, you should take 30 seconds and just tell them you're committed to free shakes. A great line that we have posted on the Evolved Economy on Facebook. This is the last pack that I want you to have to pay for, and I don't even want you to pay for this pack. Be willing to, that be your calling card. I'm not just committed to your health goals. I'm committed to reaching your health goals within your budget. Because remember, that's one of the big excuses that people give themselves about not investing in their health. I can't afford it. Now, let's be honest. Having a bad relationship with food is really expensive. And I don't even just mean the medical part of it. Not having a healthy relationship with food costs you more than having a healthy relationship with food. It just does. And it's why we give that promise. If after 30 days, you cannot see both a physical and financial benefit to your investment, we'll get you your money back, because investing in your health should also save you money.
That's great.
I see Scott lying down on the ground there, Cindy. I think he's trying to live out the fact that I told him to settle down and get some rest. and I saw his jeans stick in the corner of the camera, I caught you, Scott.
I moved it as soon as I saw him take his spot. I moved it so people wouldn't see him, and you called him out. That is so funny. He doesn't want to miss you.
I gave Scott very serious homework, and that was to slow down, brother. Put your feet up. Slow down. Catch a rest. And he's literally doing it on the floor. So God bless him.
See, we're coachable. We're coachable.
I love when a man takes homework.
That's right. That's right. Oh gosh. All right. So let's talk about the 4 ways to earn free shakes. Why don't you share with everybody that whole concept?
And you know, there's almost 5, but we'll keep it simple at 4. And I didn't realize it till this last week. One of my mentees on this team said, you know, someone signed some up with a great pack, but she didn't become a consultant. And I went, hold on, she was an associate, yes. Well, then she got a PIB. Well, of course she got a PIB. Well, that's a free shake. And I'd never done that math before. I went, oh, you don't even have to get a consultant to get a free shake. Holy smoke. You can get 2 canisters of free shakes off a value pack on just a single PIB. Do double PIBs on 2 value packs. Holy smokes. You're eating shakes for free all month. But I'd never done the math before. And I kind of acted like I already knew that when I pointed it out to them. So I apologize, whoever that was in the call, but I didn't know before you said the one person when I went, you know, that she actually got free shakes, as if I always knew. I didn't actually always know. I didn't realize that, but I'm confessing here in front of all of you. But the initial part is you're going to sign up your own friends, your own self under your own account. Now, folks, in order to do this, you've got to get really good at doing those 3 questions of an enrollment. Getting to their health goal by asking the magic question. Imagine nutrition could transform anything about your health. What would you choose to transform first? Then read the simple script, so they'll pick one of those middle packs. But then get to the 3rd question. If they choose to join, read the little 30-second script on why they should become an associate today. Okay? If you don't know about those 3, I'm going to send that script to Cindy, and she can post it in your page that has all 3 questions on one page. But don't skip the bottom question, guys. It's why I encourage you to read scripts, because when I quiz people, did you read the associate part? Oh, I wasn't using the script. I forgot about the associate part. No, can't forget that part. Why? The number 1 reason for the drop in rank advancing over the last 3-4 years now has been that they have not been associates from day 1. We've proven you vastly increase their chances of ever becoming a consultant if they become an associate the same day. Yay. I didn't read that bottom part, Cindy. Someone said, yay, I can't wait.
To get those questions.
Get those questions. Yeah, they'll be posted in the group right afterwards. They're actually on my Facebook page, The Evolved Economy. Everything I talk about, I throw in there. So you never have to hunt for my stuff. Not a website, just my Facebook page, The Evolved Economy. Okay? So that person can't sign someone up unless they're an associate. Be willing to bet on yourself by asking them to become an associate. And please use the words that I ask you to use. Make it a favor. Would you do that for me, please? If you'll read the 30 seconds, we did just a blind test amongst one team in California. 90% of the enrollments all became associates the same day just from reading the last paragraph. It's stupid simple. Don't do the TikTok math. Well, the clock starts ticking when they become an associate. We better wait till they're ready to start sharing before we make. Don't do that, because everyone in Isagenix made that logical step, and it resulted in a 24% reduction in rank advancing. It was a bad idea. We all had the same logic, and we were all wrong. We were all wrong. We must confess we were wrong. We were wrong. It wasn't a good idea. So have them become an associate the first day so they can pick number 1. Now, number 1 means that they're willing to sign up that person and with you give some great customer service and follow up to their friends. If they don't want to do that, don't make fake consultants. Pick number 2. Offer them to give you the enrollment. You'll give the great customer service, but you'll share the PIB with them. Okay? If you get a double PIB, give them the single PIB. If you get a single PIB, give half your PIB to them. Let them know you can get free shakes just by giving me a name if they enroll. This is important, guys. You don't want to litter your downline with what I call ISA orphans. People who are enrolled by generations of people who want nothing to do with Isagenix, and they're lost all to themselves. If you'll give back your half of your PIBs, people will give you referrals. If they want nothing to do with signing someone up, please give them that option willingly. Why? You have to be committed to customer service. Now, notice I didn't say cleanse coaching, okay? Not asking anybody to be a cleanse coach. I don't know why we focus on that one part of super nutrition and give ourselves that label. Not a great label, okay? Because it sounds like we're poop coaches, and who wants to be a poop coach? We're not. We give great customer service to help people stay connected to their health goals. That's all we do. We're not super scientists. We can't scratch our heads way out here. We don't even know how to spell acidophilus. It doesn't matter. What are we? We're great at customer service. So number one, they sign up one or two people. Doesn't have to necessarily mean they become a consultant, but they have to be an associate in order to get that PIB. So they sign up people themselves as option number one. They give you the referral. You sign them up. Share the PIB. Oh, Miss Acidophilus is laughing at me, and Moranti's laughing at me, joking about acidophilus. And option number three is, I was laughing about Anna, I lost my point. Sorry. Number three is IsaBody. You need to get in the habit of making them doing their weights and measurements and picture a part of their enrollment and get people into IsaBody. Why? Isagenix is so committed to people's health goals, they'll give them free product for just staying committed. Now, I can't help but do math. If a couple stays on IsaBody for an entire year, one of them eats lunch for free that entire year. That's how many free shakes you get. Why? Because they get that much in product back just by staying committed to their health goals. So notice the decline in commitment here. I'm going to enroll them. I'm going to give customer service. Woo! I'm going to give you the enrollment. I don't want to do customer service. Okay, I still get a free shake. I don't have to talk to anybody. I just got to stay committed to my health goals. Oh, okay. Now the fourth one was revealed at ICU. Now I will confess, I knew about this one. It was a great idea. I knew about it last month. It's a great idea. By the way, I said this to Cindy, and I won't tell you what it is, but there's a new idea coming through Isagenix, and when it happens, it's going to revolutionize our company. No one in the world else is doing it other than us, and it's really amazing. I am not a big fan of promotions, and I told John when he told me this was a genius idea, and I don't use the term lightly. So hang in there. There's another great idea coming down the pike. But this idea is a fantastic idea, and that is when someone joins Isagenix at a launch party, and if they're willing to register their own party at that party, they'll send them free products just for hosting the party. Doesn't mean that it was super successful. Doesn't mean everybody enrolled up. It just means they opened their home and they allowed other people to have the Isagenix experience. Isagenix is going to send you a free shake. Now, it took me a long time to say that. You can explain all that in 30 seconds. And you need to tell people the day you enroll them. How's that for a really long answer, Cindy?
That's great. That's great. So the analogy we talked about today, and we have runners on the call, so they'll love this. Can we do the sneakers and the race analogy?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. When we talk about how you're doing in your business, I don't want to talk about enrollments. I don't care. It's not that I don't care. It's just not what we're aiming for. Imagine you've got to run a 100-meter dash. The enrollment is tying your running shoes. If you don't tie your running shoes, we're not going to win. The 100-meter dash is delivering a free shake. If you want to build this as a business, you've got to be aiming at that higher level of what do I keep track of? How many free shakes do I deliver every week? Every week. Now, why is this? Because the actual business of Isagenix is based upon the free shake, not the enrollment. Now, unfortunately, often we can get distracted by thinking it's about enroll, 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 enroll. It isn't. There has to be enough enrollments to have steady free shakes coming into your business. As that becomes your language, it'll become the language of the people that are following you. You ultimately want to be someone who masters the manager. Tracy O'Malley, Laura Stevens, those two are a couple of the people who made $1 million in their first 1,000 days, not coming from another network marketing company. There's only 6 people who've ever done it in Isagenix history. Those are 2 of them. The other is Corey Kinnear. Same idea, 1,000 days, $1 million in 1,000 days. That's $1,000 a day from day one. All 3 of them, and sometimes they don't even know this till we point it out to them, were excellent at making managers. They were way above everybody else on their average of making managers. Now, this isn't because they necessarily knew what they were doing. In fact, it was years later in a conversation with Corey Kinnear, she said, you know what? I forgot about the contest I won. What contest? Well, my first year building, Isagenix has this thing. We're going to give out a prize for who makes the most managers before celebration. She says, and I made 27. I said, you made 27 managers? Yeah, I made 27. Okay, and you want a prize. No, that's not the big deal. Says, I'm backing up now and realizing those 27 managers are the people who made me my $1 million. Oh. She didn't know it. Now, I want you to know this. Oftentimes when people are on stage at an event and they're telling you, and this is how I built my business, that's them realizing it after it happened. It wasn't a strategy. It's them just saying, and this is how I got there. I didn't know I was going that way. I don't know that Laura Stevens knows, but I've never been at an event with someone with such a high percentage of crystal managers in the room. We had 80 people in Bend, Oregon years ago. 30 of them were crystal managers. 30 out of 80. And this is back when crystal managers was 30 days, not 60. 30 days they got to manager. How? It isn't necessarily because they wanted to become managers. And this is a mindset shift you got to get through. That person doesn't decide to become a manager. You decide to make them one. Completely up to you. That person doesn't decide to become a consultant. You decide to help them become that consultant. They don't become that independently. Why? Because they don't know what they're doing. Of course they don't know what they're doing. Don't expect them to know what they're doing. That's on you. When you can get that in your head, you'll stop looking sideways and going, I don't know where she finds her people. They all just want to share. No, she's not finding different people from you. She's just talking to people differently. Same people. It's in here. Mm-hmm. Once you manage, I'm the free shake lady. Now, I would make a very homely free shake lady, but hey, there's mostly women on the call. I'm the free shake lady. That should be a meme. That should just be looping on the Facebook. I'm a free shake. I'm the homeliest free shake lady in the world. Once you get there, it then elevates to the, I not only deliver free shakes to my people, I deliver free shakes to my people's people. Now I'm making managers like bunnies make bunnies. That's the key, guys, because our entire compensation plan, all of it, all the way to in the highest pool level, is based on how deep does your effect go within your team. And what's the key thing you have to be able to do? Deliver free shakes. Right. Another long answer to a very short question. Sorry, Cindy.
That's okay. I love it. I love it. One of your mentees was messaging with me today and would love you to share on the importance of having a system.
Yeah. And a way that you do it every time and not doing it off the top of your head, even if you look brilliant enough to do it. One of my mentees is on this call and we were talking about an enrollment, and she said to me, I don't understand. They enrolled with a value pack because I started at the top and I went down. They're only enrolling 30 days. What's wrong with them? And I, in my nosy, bossy way that I did with Cindy today, I said, oh, so you read the script to them, obviously? No. Oh, so they just thought you were super slick. Yeah, I blew that, didn't I? Yeah, you did. So go back. Step number one, eat crow, apologize. I'm sorry, I looked super slick and acted like this wasn't the script I was. In fact, who uses this term? Anne uses this term. It's a better term for it, menu. She reads the menu to them. It's a way better than saying the script. I'm just gonna read the menu to you. There's 4 things in the menu. Let me show them to you. Way better word. I've got to get that out of my language. It's the menu. Just gonna read the menu to you. So when this mentee of mine went back and shared the menu and told them this was a menu I shared and here's the menu you should share, that person had a better chance to get up off that 30 day. Okay. I like the menu idea too. It's a good idea. Yeah. So when I say script, yell out menu at me. No, it's the menu, which makes more sense. You don't read a script to eat. You read a menu to eat, unless we're all actors. So it's a better phrase. It's a better phrase. But realizing if you don't have a way you do it every time, how does someone duplicate your results? Oftentimes I'll go to events and the person on stage is an amazing person. And what they're telling you to do, no one else can do but them. And I want to say, you're too amazing. Please shut up. Why? We can't do what you're doing. We're just going to go home and think we're losers. Why? You're an amazing person. We aren't you. We aren't you. You know, I have a mentee from another team. Sounds amazing, but she enrolled 135 people her first year. Her first year. She's never done network marketing in her life. 135 people her first year. And she thought she should quit because she doesn't really know how to do the business. What? You're one of the most powerful enrollers in the world. What are you talking about? I'm just not making the money other people are. So we're going to learn how to deliver a free shake. Who cares? Yeah, but I mean, I haven't made the money yet. You just started a year ago. Well, I didn't make 6 figures my first year. Wah. What are you talking about? It's your first year. Now, this person's a health professional. I said, the first year that you studied, did you make any money or did you go in the hole? Well, I went in the hole. Oh, your second year, did you make any money? You go in the hole. I went in the hole for years before I made money. Oh, but you made $35,000 your first year? Wah. What are we going to learn how to do? Enroll people off someone else's list. You're one of the most powerful enrollers in the world. She was going to quit. She was going to quit, having enrolled 135 people her first year. Are you high? No one told her. No one told her she was one of the most powerful enrollers in the world. Thought she would quit. Sorry.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about too. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. And if you hear noise in the background, it's Scott laughing, you guys. Don't think, I'm watching to see if the lines are unmuted. It's him on the floor laying down laughing. All right.
I recognize Scott's laugh. He laughs at my stuff. Come on.
Yeah, he's your biggest fan. All right, so let's talk about the 90-day Echo and what I want you to share. You know, many people were at ICU this weekend at either location, but there's a lot of people on the team that couldn't go or chose not to go. And so now our next event is not until August at Nashville. I'm going to try to put together a virtual Super Saturday in between there to try to help with that momentum. But, you know, what if they're in a season right now that they're really wanting growth, like what can we encourage them to do? Because we know how this 90-day Echo works.
You want to be building now for the people who aren't pros like you on a call on a Monday night. Whatever you do, your people will start doing in 90 days. And I've proven this. The 90-day Echo is mine. I made it up, but it's real. I remember working with a young lady's team, and she got really discouraged and almost quit Isagenix. And the next week, she went 3-star. And she said, you know, PK, I did the math. That was 90 days. The day that I went 3-star was 90 days. And I was upset because at 70 days, nothing was happening. Now, we were working, and her cycles were going up, but not at an enormous rate. What did it take? Her being diligent for 90 days, then her people duplicating her investment, and boom, she went to that next level. It's important to realize this isn't a job. In order to make an extraordinary revenue, you have to invest long-term in 90-day blocks. And knowing within that 90 days, you don't need to set your hair on fire. In fact, I'd rather you didn't. It's really hard to attract people when you have a haircut like mine. I don't want you to start sprinting today. In fact, what I want you to do is what I want everybody to do. Have 5 hours of enrolling conversations this week. Have 5 hours of enrolling conversations next week. Don't miss a week. Don't do 20 next week, 1 week, and then quit for 4 weeks. Decide, and I've proven this, guys. I've honestly proven it. If you aim for what you do in those 5 hours, you make more money. You make way more money than you can imagine if you just aim for that solid 5 hours. Now, if you're telling me you don't have 5 hours to spend in this, I'd like to see if you have a TV in your living room, because I think you might be watching TV an hour a night. Like finding that hour of enrolling conversations, not surfing Facebook, actually making connections with people and delivering a great product experience and getting them to that free shake level. All of that is the enrollment. I don't count just enrolling people. An enrollment is a free shake. All the work that you do to deliver free shakes is enrolling. Spend 5 hours a week of this. I guarantee you'll, one, enroll way more people, because you'd be amazed how few hours you spend on enrolling conversations. And two, you start mastering that mindset of, no, I'm the free shake lady. You watch what happens over 90 days. Not only do your own efforts create more money, but your people start first adopting your mindset, and then your language, and then your actions, and then your results. Some of you are quitting before all four happen. You're thinking it's going to happen like this. It doesn't work that way, because it's a business. It's not a job. It's a business. You guys all own a superfood company. It's a business. It's your family's business. And there's no other way for you to be able to create this kind of forever money doing anything else in the world. If your boss told you, work 1 hour late every night, next year, I'll give you a $40,000 a year raise. I won't pay you this year, but if you'll work 1 hour extra every night, next year you'll make 40 grand more. You'd all do it. You'd all do it at a job. Why won't you do it in your own business? Because I guarantee you, you give a year of 5 hours of enrolling conversations, you're making 40 grand next year in your Isagenix business. And you're thinking, that's too bold. No, it's not. Why? I'm in my 11th year doing this, guys. I know the numbers. I know how much time this takes. It's less than you think. But the key is every week. Give yourself, even for the next 90 days, between now and celebration, never miss a 5-week investment in yourself, ever. See what happens.
Oh, I love that. And you guys, I really want you to give this some thought and type in the chat box if 5 hours a week is something you're willing to commit to. 5 hours a week. And I know, I've been telling you guys how I've been reaching out and connecting with new people, strangers on LinkedIn. I can tell you I'm doing 5 hours a week of phone calls. 7 years later, I'm doing it because I want to take my business to the next level. And I know if I'm not listening to PK on this, it's not going to happen for me. I have to enroll new people. So I'm seeing all of you guys type in the chat box. That is super exciting, guys. So absolutely, I think that's a great goal. I say start this week, you guys. Let's commit to this. Let's do that together. All right, PK, I know we're coming upon the close of the call. What parting words can you leave us with that will get people fired up about the opportunity we have? Because you do work with a lot of top leaders across the board in this company. And so you know how other teams do things, and not just our team. So what can you share with everyone to really get them excited about this opportunity that is the gift that we have of Isagenix and this vehicle that could really change their lives?
I don't work with any other companies, guys, because I love this product. Where is it? That's how far away my AMs and PMs are from me, because if they're not that close, I don't take them. It's important to realize, guys, what we do matters in people's lives as far as the product goes. Also, we're partnered with a company that is one of the most efficient companies in the world at sharing its revenue wealth with its associates. On average, over 1,000% more efficient than other companies in the world. That means that they're looking for people who are wanting to change their financial future and their financial blueprint. And when those people show up, there's no barrier for them in accomplishing that. It may not be that you're trying to quit your job and retire to the French Riviera, but you'd like to have a couple new cars in the driveway, because the two in the driveway got the engine light on, and that'd be good not to have to put the tape over the engine light. That'd be a good thing. Summer's coming, and you're glad for it because we need a new furnace by winter, and that's $4,000, and that doesn't come out of my paycheck. How can I make an extra $4,000? Well, on a run to executive, there's $13,000 just in bonus money. So do new air conditioning and new heating on it. Do real things with it. Maybe you've got a kid that's going to need braces this year. Don't do a financial plan for it. Build your business and pay for things. I've had a car payment in 11 years. Buy things with cash. Live a different kind of lifestyle. I look this way because this is the only work I've done in the last 3 days. I've had a weekend off of just doing nothing. I walked my property today with my son and looked at what fencing we had to fix on our 47 acres here. Decide to have the kind of life you want to have, and know that this is the vehicle. There are other companies that'll kind of flash stuff at you. Don't worry about the flash money. Focus on forever money. Recognize that this can change your life and your children's children's life, but it's determined by whether this week you get in your 5 and next week you get in your 5. It's real. Cindy's an overnight success as long as you don't count the nights. She's in network marketing for 20 years before here, and then finds here and makes forever money here. Why? Because this is the place to be. You're in the right place, you're partnering with the right company, and you're partnering with the right team. It's just whether or not you'll shut off the TV for an hour, 5 nights a week in order to make that difference. It's completely up to you.
All right, one more question on that. With these 5 hours, I saw a lot of people chiming in that they're committed. How are they going to be able to keep that commitment level up after this week? Because we know how we go to these events, and I come home and I've got goals and I write things down, I get my to-do list ready, and then that excitement starts to wane. So maybe it's not this week, maybe it's in 3 or 4 weeks, and they don't want to do those 5 hours. How can they stay committed for 90 days to doing this 5 hours a week?
Well, if you're so willing, kind of an anonymous way to type in on a call like this, I'm doing my 5, then be willing to report back that when you do your 5, and report when you don't. And I don't care what level of leadership in here. If you end up with a week that, it's hell or high water, and you say, I only got 3 in, tell the truth, you only got 3 in. Don't lie. Why? And don't do 8 the next week. Just aim for 5 every week and have that balance. But here's a team call where we can just post up, yeah, I did my 5, or hey, I only got 3 in, or you know what, everything went to hell and back this week. I couldn't get there. I only got 1 in. But you've got to make sure that there's a group that JFK said it. He called it throwing his cap over the fence. When JFK says we're going to the moon, NASA has no plan on how to get to the moon. He says we're going to do it in 5 years. They're going, who are you? I'm the president. We're going to the moon. Shut up. We're going to the moon. Most of you aren't reaching your goals because they're secret goals with no accountability. That's his major address with the whole world looking. Throwing your cap over the fence was the old stone walls in Ireland. And if you were daring enough to climb one of those rickety old stone walls, you took your cap off and you threw it over the fence. Now you had to cross the fence in order to get your hat back, because if you went home without your hat, you got a switching for it. Some of you aren't throwing your cap over the fence. You have this anonymous commitment, either with this group or groups in 3 or 4 or 5 where you'll stay committed to each other. Not accountability. Like I don't want you to chew each other out when you don't hit your 5, but have someone where you'd say whether you hit your 5 or not. And no, I'm going to tell someone this week whether I did it or not. And be honest, if you aren't there, don't give your excuse. Just say, didn't make it, but I'll hit 5 next week. Why? It's that consistency without judgment that's going to change your business. We don't need to raise our emotions with lots of guilt over this. Why? Because you're not taking money from anybody else. You're taking money out of your own pocket. Let's stay committed to our 5. Let's be committed to our own forever money and our own future goals.
Love it, love it. And I just made a note to remind you guys next week. We'll chat about it in the chat box next week. All right. I hope you guys got great nuggets out of this call. PK, I can't thank you enough for your time. How can they get in touch with you if they want to? And I'll post the scripts in underneath this video when I post the call for the people that weren't on live with us. But how can they get in touch with you if they want to coach you?
Just text me on my phone. Text me on my phone. This is my phone number, 613-246-0066. Text me. I'll set up an appointment and talk to you. 613-246-0066. Text me and we'll get on the phone.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, we love you. Thank you for sharing, guys. I hope this was a great call for you. Let PK know in the chat box if you enjoyed the call, if you got great nuggets out of him. I'll get your comments to him tomorrow so he can see the difference.
And I'll share the 3 questions with you as soon as I get off the phone.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a great night, everybody.